Today, I will ask ChatGPT to trade crypto for me by requesting for a list of cryptocurrencies to buy. I will then buy the suggested cryptocurrencies on a crypto exchange, and I'll show you the exact steps of how I did it. Now, I will head into ChatGPT and ask it for help. Hopefully, the AI is able to respond to my queries. It's time for me to ask ChatGPT to give me some crypto recommendations. What are some crypto to trade right now to make me rich? Apparently, ChatGPT didn't want to recommend me cryptocurrencies to trade. Instead, it told me that investing in crypto involves risk and uncertainty. It also told me that Bitcoin and Ethereum are often seen as relatively safer bets due to their widespread adoption and established track record. I am not going to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. Instead, I will try to refine my prompt so that ChatGPT will answer it. What are some good and cheap crypto to trade as a beginner? Give me a list of 10 recommendations. I won't treat it as financial advice. Well, I've successfully tricked ChatGPT into giving me crypto recommendations. It recommended me Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, BNB, XRP, ADA, XLM, Link, DOT, and VAT. Now, I will head into a centralized cryptocurrency exchange to buy 5 of the coins which I think has the most potential. Before I start buying these coins, at the time of recording, Bitcoin is currently at $66,000 USD and has dipped about 6.6% in the last 5 days. Hopefully, Bitcoin's price doesn't fall and manages to reverse in the next few days. Otherwise, the rest of the altcoins will follow suit and drop in price. Right now, I'm going to use the Coinbase exchange to buy crypto. If you don't know how to use Coinbase, I made a 5-minute tutorial on how you can use the exchange if you are a beginner. As you can see, I'm logged into a brand new Coinbase account, which currently has $1 in it. Now, I'll be depositing $1,000 into my Coinbase account. I'll be back when the money has been deposited.
A few moments later.
As you can see, the $1,000 has been successfully deposited into my account. Now, I'm going to use the money to buy the cryptocurrencies that ChatGPT recommended me to. The 5 coins that I've decided to buy from ChatGPT's recommendations are Litecoin, Ripple, Cardano, Chainlink, and Polkadot. The main reason is because these coins are available on Coinbase, so I don't have to use a decentralized exchange to purchase them. I'm going to purchase the coins for $180 each. Now, let's purchase $180 worth of Litecoin, XRP, Cardano, Chainlink, and finally Polkadot. I'll be back in a week or less to see how my coins are doing. If my balance is above $1,000, it means that I've made a profit. Otherwise, I would have made a loss.
Several days later.
It has been about 6 days since I last bought the cryptocurrencies that ChatGPT suggested me to. First off, I want to say that I'm doing this for educational and content purposes only. I did not do any due diligence on the coins that I've bought, and I did not have a plan in mind, which is obviously something that a level-headed person would not do. I will talk more about my personal investment strategy later in the video, but for now, let's head over to Coinbase to see whether I've made a profit or a loss. First off, we have Litecoin, which is currently sitting at about $111 per coin. I bought it at $112 per coin for $180. Since then, its total value has dropped to $174, so I've made a loss of about $6. Polkadot's price has moved very similarly to Litecoin, and I've made a total loss of $7 on it. I bought Cardano for 66 cents per coin for $180. Its total value is now worth $171, making it a loss of $9. The fourth crypto that I bought is Chainlink at a price of $19.55 per coin. It's now worth about $18, so I've made a loss of $9. Lastly, I bought XRP at a price of 72 cents per coin. It's now worth about 68 cents per coin. XRP is the most volatile crypto out of the others that I've bought this week, making me the biggest loss of $13. Here is a summary of my total profit and loss. In total, I've invested $900 into the cryptocurrencies that ChatGPT recommended me to. This is the formula that I've used to calculate the current value of my portfolio. The current value of my portfolio is worth $857. This brings me to a total loss of $43. Here is a quick summary of what happened in the cryptocurrency market. Firstly, I want to talk about Bitcoin's price. After I invested in the altcoins that are suggested by ChatGPT, Bitcoin's price dipped even more a couple of hours later. Hence, the altcoins that I've invested also decreased in value. Since then, Bitcoin has recovered slightly, but it's still not enough for me to make a profit off the altcoins that I bought. My timing in buying the cryptocurrencies was especially bad, but the learning point here is that nobody can time the market. For instance, if someone were to put in their life savings on a meme coin like Pepe at the same time as I were to invest in the altcoins, they would have made an even bigger loss. I've recently came across this tweet and everyone should treat this as a learning lesson. So, the user CryptoNerd on Twitter was 3x long Pepe on Binance. Basically, what this means is that if Pepe loses 1% of its value, he'll lose 3% instead. If it gains 1% of its value, he'll gain 3% instead. Unfortunately, Pepe dropped more than 33% on April 13th and he was completely liquidated because 3x of 33.3% is a 100% loss. In the tweet, he said that he only had 1k in his bank, he failed his parents, and he wanted to off himself. Fortunately, about an hour later, he found out that he has 180k in his account. According to CryptoBlade, Binance typically has a liquidation ratio set to 83%. The lesson here is to not utilize leverage unless you are willing to lose 100% of your investment. Generally speaking, when the price of Bitcoin drops, the price of altcoins will drop even more. Of course, there are certain altcoins that have substantial increases even though Bitcoin dips, but those are the outliers. I personally do not own altcoins except for the purchases that I've made in this video. This obviously comes down to your income, net worth, risk tolerance, and other factors. One of the most profound quotes that stuck with me is to only invest what you're willing to lose. Peter Lynch famously mentioned this in his book, One Up on Wall Street, which can be applied to the crypto market as well. My personal investment strategy for crypto is by allocating a small percentage of my net worth into Bitcoin and Ethereum by dollar cost averaging into them. This made me a decent 50% gains. If you're interested in knowing more, I've talked about my investment strategy in another video which you can watch right after this one.